There is a reason why we at Global Capital Inc. took the time to develop our 10x Wealth Leadership Bootcamp. One of those reasons is that we have recognized that there are billions of people across the world who wake up every day and take action to put themselves in a position of strength to attain financial, financial freedom. But guess what? Year after year, year after year, they are taking action to realize their financial dreams. But in spite of taking action, in spite of being committed to that process of making their financial dreams become real, it is just not happening. I'm here to say to you that there is a major difference between action and informed action. One of the reasons behind the development of the 10x Wealth Leadership Bootcamp is to give you the information that allows you to take informed action when it comes to positioning yourself to be able to build wealth. And I'm happy to say to you today that this 10x program, 10x Wealth Leadership Bootcamp, introduce you to the pathways of wealth creation, the pathways of financial independence. Are you aware that there are only three main pathways to attain wealth? In fact, there are only two. The third one is where you have 1% of the people in the world who are able to leverage this platform to create wealth. The two additional platform is where the majority of the wealthy people exist. Now, when you come in to be a part of our 10x Wealth Leadership Bootcamp, we help you to understand the pathways to financial independence and so much more. In this program, we talk to you about the wealth love languages. And what exactly is the wealth love language? We talk to you about the DCM, the debt capital market. So you have a better understanding as to how this market operates and how to position yourself to leverage this market. We talk to you about the ECM, the equity capital market. And we also give you information that allows you to make larger than life decisions that can impact your life by showing you how to leverage this market. Along with this, we talk to you about the smart capital market. This is a beautiful market because this is a market where you're able to raise capital and you're able to raise those capital divorce from thinking about monthly debt obligation. It's a beautiful market for you to take the time to understand. You too can raise hundreds of thousands, millions, and perhaps billions of dollars from the smart capital market. Along with this, because we know that information without application is futile, we also design a unique leadership content that marries with the wealth love language. So we introduce you to the leadership love language that helps you to understand the important leadership steps that you must take when you're attempting to position yourself to build wealth. Under the leadership love language, we introduce you to concepts like leadership, wealth leadership and the process of thinking ahead, wealth leadership and the process of seeing beyond problems, and wealth leadership and the process of informed action. And I want to show you, taking the time to understand these platforms will literally change your life forever. This content will put you in that position of strength where you have information. And along with the information, you're also empowered to take informed action. But that is not all. The icing on the cake is that at Global Capital Inc., we have a team of business consultants, professional financial advisors, CPA certified public accountants, economists. We have persons who are deeply involved with venture capital funds and private equity investment. They understand the boutique intermediaries and global intermediaries. And guess what? Collectively, we will be mentoring and coaching and supporting you to achieve the end results. All right. We begin with the end results in mind. And we have a team of professional mentor and coach and support network to help you get there. You see, knowledge gives you power, but you know where you get your superpower from? The application of that knowledge, because the knowledge alone can be lying dormant. You want to apply that knowledge. You want to be able to take informed action when you're applying that body of knowledge to put yourself in a position of strength to achieve financial independence. We designed this program because we care for you. We have seen hundreds of thousands, millions of people, billions of people across the world. You have dreams, you have hopes, and you have aspirations. But in spite of having these dreams and hopes and aspirations, you want to put yourself in a position of strength to do better for yourself, to do better for your kids, for your spouse, for your loved ones. But in spite of how hard you're working to make dreams become real, your efforts are not giving you the results that you want. You're taking action. It is time that you equip yourself with this body of knowledge that will allow you to now take informed action to transform your lives. We're not talking from imagination or wishful thinking. We have been there, we have done that, and we are now here to share this body of knowledge with you, to quicken your step to realize your financial breakthrough. You see, in this program, we talk about the financial markets. We help you to get a better understanding of how investment market works. And we talk to you a lot about back-end analytics. All right, we're not there as yet, but as you get deeper into the program, the 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp, we help you to understand this. And all of this allows you to make informed and educated decisions. Why we talk about this? You see, recently we saw 17,000 Guyanese invested approximately 20 million USD, 4 billion GYD into risky investment portfolios. We stand against risky investment portfolios because there are smarter ways to invest. And I'm here to say to you, if that investor had took the time to understand how to hedge investment portfolio. Hedging means protect the risk, all right? It means identifying ways to mitigate risk. Had that individual took the time to understand how to hedge and how to get involved in smart investment portfolio, those 17,000 persons who are affected would have been in a much better position of strength in terms of realizing their financial dreams and hopes and aspirations. So in our programs, as we go deep into our financial intelligence content, we talk to you about hedging. We talk to you about derivatives. We talk to you about future, forward, option and swap derivatives. And these are important content for you to understand. If you are thinking about raising capital, raising funds, increasing your disposable income, achieving financial freedom from investment portfolios. The sad thing about this is that we have a lot of agents who are helping you to make an investment. But in most cases, the agent, a stockbroker, they are only interested in the commission that they will get when you make a purchase. They are not necessarily concerned with helping you to make the best informed decisions when it comes to investment. In fact, there are those who would say, look at the candlestick and read the candlestick, and you can predetermine if it's bull or bear. Front end analytics is where you're going to be exposed. You need to come to the back end analytics. Back end analytics is where you take the time to understand the companies that you're invested in. You can look at the historical data. You can look at team dynamics. You can look at strategic forward thinking game plan. You can look at the vision to scale the operation. You can see all of this when you come to the back end, and that's where we are at. So we have informed information, critical information when it comes to giving advice and guidance and support to anyone who are thinking about leveraging the investment market. We talk to you about stocks and bonds and mutual funds. We talk to you about hedge funds. We talk to you about S&P 500. We talk to you about index funds. We talk to you about IRA. We talk to you about ETF. We talk to you about the Bank of Montreal, the Bank of Nova Scotia, the Royal Bank of Canada. What all these portfolio has to do with smart investment decisions? A whole lot. So over a period of time, we dig deep into the belly of these financial platforms. So at the end of the day, you are successful. Now, I must also say this, there are many persons out there. You want the game without knowing how to play the game. And what I'm saying here is that great minds like Michael Jordan didn't become successful overnight. It was a process. And what I'm saying here is that you need to commit to the process of learning, the process of understanding more about financial intelligence, the process of understanding more about the financial markets. If you are desirous of making informed and educated decision as to how you're going to invest. Now, if you don't want to get the skin in the game, it's important that you get a professional PFA, professional financial advisor, or a personal financial advisor to help you with making those investment decisions. A merchant banker is not necessarily the ideal person because the merchant bank will facilitate the process. They will not necessarily say, okay, buy this stock because this stock is over the last 11 months, it has been climbing. And we have we have information that based on analyzing the track record of the companies and the team dynamics and the future projection and so forth, that this particular stock is likely to go up. They're not going to help you with that. All right? They're not going to help you with that. Perhaps if you have the right sales trader, they may be able to help you with some of these decisions. If you have the right, uh, you know, stock picker, they may be able to help you with these kind of information. All right. If you have the right execution traders, they may be able to help you with these kind of information. All right. So we're excited about the 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp because there's so much of information that is in the content itself. And the content will take about 32 weeks to roll out. And the reason we're going for 32 weeks, our mission is not just information transfer. Our mission is information transfer, information internalization, information application, and results. So if we're talking to you about 10xing your business income stream or 10xing your personal income stream, at the end of the day, when we are finished with you in this program, you must not only just be identifying the different streams that you can use to 10x, but you must be well on your way of implementing the concepts that we're going to be giving to you. This is not about theory. This is about the application and about the results. We're committed to that process and working with you. Later on, we will be talking to you about some of the successful portfolios that we have been involved with over the last 15 years. Um, but I'm so excited about these programs. And today I want to just tell you a little bit more about Global Capital Inc. At Global Capital Inc., we specializes in corporate debt management. And what exactly do we mean by that term, corporate debt management? We see many companies across the world, you buy debt. And in buying the debt, you allow the debt to run a life cycle, not knowing that there's a way in which you could mitigate the life cycle. By mitigating the debt life cycle, you're able to mitigate the debt cost. And in mitigating the debt cost, you're able to literally reduce the cost of the debt and gain the equity in your asset much earlier, which will give you equity leverage. And equity leverage means that you have more monies to invest in your business scale up. So these are things that we really work with you to help you to understand. We help you to understand debt tools and how to leverage those debt tools to get out of debt. Along with this, we talk to you about, we specialize in corporate wealth management. And here is where we see companies across the world. You have excess liquidity part. When excess liquidity, those excess liquidity can be put into a high performance uh, investment portfolio, where it's going to give you way above 1% or 0.1% per annum. So we help you to see these things. We help you to see things like, how to develop the cash flow protection programs. We saw what COVID-19 did to hundreds of thousands of businesses across the world. And we could not have just sit back and not do anything. We are trained to identify the problems and find the solution, not to talk about the problem and amplify the problem without looking at the solution. So we have come up with this unique solution for business, the entrepreneur, the innovator, who wants to progress in spite of the negative realities of life. Along with this, we have developed a very unique program that talks to you about corporate paycheck protection program. Why is this necessary? We have seen many of our friends, many companies had no choice but to drop the mic on their employees and throw their employees onto the bus, or at least their employees feel that way. You did this not because you wanted to do it, but to save the life of the company to come back when the climate is more calm. You had to make a decision to safeguard the existing cash flow that you have. And to protect the cash flow that you have to come again, you had to lay people off. But there is a smarter way in which you can do things. There's a more humane way in which you can do things by developing the corporate paycheck protection program that is there to safeguard you going into your primary source of income to deal with paycheck realities in a crisis. And I'm saying this to you because the development of this portfolio don't have to cost you an arm and a leg. It don't have to cost you anything if you're working with the right PFAs, professional financial advisors and personal financial advisors. We talk to you also about helping your staff to develop their personal paycheck protection program also. So they too have this economic safety net in the event of a crisis. So they have themselves to depend on, they have the corporate paycheck to depend on, and perhaps they may have government paycheck protection also to depend on. Now, users think about this, how would your staff see you to know that your corporate culture is taking all of this into consideration in taking care of their needs and their dreams and their aspirations, they will certainly be loyal to your company. And this is what can reduce absenteeism, reduce staff turnover, enhance job performance, enhance productivity, and significantly enhance the profitability of your organization. So these are all programs that we're helping you. They are pro-private sector and is designed to give private sector the competitive advantage. Guess what? All of this is built in to our 10X Wealth Leadership Bootcamp. It's a super program. I know what I'm telling you. So I want to encourage you to get registered. All the introductory programs are free. All right. You will learn about the pathway to, financial independence, the pathway to wealth. You will learn about the wealth love language. You need to learn these things. You will learn about the leadership love language. You will learn about income audit analytics. Absolutely important. And I'm saying this against the backdrop. I'm talking to corporate entities. We have a unique content here for you. I'm talking to the private individual who wants to achieve more financially. I'm talking to the corporate entity that has care and love and compassion for the workforce. I'm talking to government agencies that wants to design a unique, financial intelligence portfolio for their employees. Perhaps their employees can now start thinking about their personal paycheck protection program. So if the state is not getting involved in that, the staff themselves, they are pre-prepared to deal with these things. So they are not 101% dependent on the state and, looking at the state, and the state is looking bad because the state is not acting fast enough to provide relief to the citizenry. A very unique program for state entities, private sector organization, and the private entities, the private individual who wants to achieve more financially. Remember, I want you to love this podcast, like, share this podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you will be the first to get these programs that we are bringing to you on a daily basis. For those who are joining me for the first time, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkit and Billionaire Code. My new book, 10X Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Doing Business, is going to be out very soon. This is a super book. All right. It talks to you about so much about brand traits optimization, brand visibility optimization, brand reach optimization, brand impact optimization. Who don't want to know how to impact their target market? And once you begin to impact your target market, you want to know that you can impact them in such a way that you can make a larger than life impact. It's how you can convert first-time users into lifetime customers. When you get past this phase, you want to ensure that you lay that foundation to build confidence, trust, and credibility in your brand. This book talks you through this whole process. All right. So this again is a book that is designed to help you to 10x in how you're going to make impact on your workforce. And you're going to 10x how you're going to make impact on the specific target audience. You're going to 10x how you make an impact on the public, and you will 10x your business cash flowing potential. 4 ways to 10x, a very unique program. All right, so in closing today's program, I want to say that our mission at Global Capital Inc. is to position our clients, employees, and strategic partners to understand, create, and leverage passive income cash flow, build multiple streams of income, leverage smart investment strategies in order to build generational and intergenerational wealth. In our program, you will learn about financial intelligence in the commercial financial sector. You will learn about financial intelligence and the investment financial sector. You will learn about financial intelligence and smart capital market. Last but not least, you will learn about financial intelligence and sustainable livelihood. It's important for you to recognize that financial intelligence goes beyond your ability to make money and maximize your disposable income. It addresses the issue of understanding the global financial markets and leveraging this intelligence to create good debt cash flow, minimize existing debt financial portfolio while you maximize financial and equity capital game. The understanding of the commercial financial sector, the investment financial sector, and smart capital market are an important body of knowledge for you to have in the global landscape of financial intelligence. Remember, it's a period of COVID-19, and I want to encourage you to love yourself, protect your loved one, protect those closest to you. All right? Ensure that you protecting yourself against a novel coronavirus. Be blessed, be safe, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. And see you on the other side. Be blessed.